Hi everybody, am I perfectly audible? Am I audible? Good morning. Okay. Good morning. I hope I'm perfectly audible and visible to you all. I hope I'm perfectly audible and visible to you all. Okay, so welcome to the session, students. So today it is a bridge course in which we are going to discuss the basics that you need to know before starting your NEET biology preparation. Okay, that is what we are going to do, number one. And here you guys can see it is for NEET 2027. So if you are targeting NEET 2027, then this lecture is definitely for all of you, because here in this lecture I'll tell you how to start the NEET preparation. I'll start from the NEET, that what exactly is the NEET, how to start the NEET preparation, the books that you need to follow, and the basics that you need to know before starting your subject. So are you guys excited for this? Yes, are you guys excited for this? Are you people excited for this? Yes. So make sure, right, if there is any NEET 2025 aspirant that is watching the lecture, then do recommend this session to your juniors. Tell them about our channel, and if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe our channel. So let's start it, right, students? And let me tell you that we have started the batches as well for the Nimbus, right, for the class 11th, and the name of the batch is the Nimbus batch. So here, right, when you see this description box, there is a link for the batch. Okay, so if you are looking for the plan, right, which you need to follow for your NEET 2027 preparation, then yes, these batches are for all of you. So I don't know why there is the issue, right? Why we are not able to open it. There is some error. I'll discuss that with my team, and soon it will be rectified. So here we have the link for the batch. Okay, so let's start the topic, and let's start with the basic things, as I said. So when we talk about the NEET examination, you tell me, what do you people understand with this word, and how many of you are there in class 11, and how many of you are there in class 12? Do let me know. Yes, how many of you are in class 11th and how many of you are in class 12th? And is there anybody who's in class 10th and still they are watching this lecture? Yes, please. Just a minute. Yes, please. Class 10th. Okay, done. So let's start. So when you talk about this NEET examination, students, what is the full form here? It is the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. What is it? It is National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. First of all, I'll give you the overview of this exam, and then we will start our actual topic. Okay, so it is a National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. So if you want to take admission in MBBS, right, you have to qualify this exam, and it is not just the MBBS, right, it is not just for the MBBS, it depends upon your marks. So BDS, it can be if you want to take admission in, or it is as per your marks, you can get admission in BDM, BDS, BAMS, BHMS, BUMS, and even in BVSC, right, and even in BSc nursing. So not just MBBS, as per your marks, you can get admission in these courses as well. Number one. Okay, so what are we talking? We are talking about the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, and as I said, as per your marks, you are going to get admission in these courses. Okay, number one. Now, when we talk about this particular examination, it is for 720 marks. right? It is for 720 marks. And who's going to conduct this exam? NTA. What is NTA? It is National Testing Agency, right? What's that NTA? It is National Testing Agency. As of now, it is the NTA that is going to, that designs our, right? That decide our syllabus, right? Of course, the discussions and everything are there, and they are going to conduct our exam. But this agency basically it conducts our exam. NTA, National Testing Agency. That's what you have to keep in your mind. And the exam name is National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. So yeah, there are, right, some minimum amount of marks that you need to score if you want to take admission in the foreign countries as well. I'm not saying that you have to get 500 or 600 plus marks if you want to study the MBBS from abroad. No, it's fair, it's okay, but yes, you at least you need to score some minimum marks in this exam, even if you want to do your MBBS from any foreign country, right? Okay, so this is the first thing. Okay, so NTA, NEET, I hope this is clear. Now, NTA will provide a syllabus, right? Might be till NEET 2027, might be there will be some changes in the syllabus, because as of now, there is a confusion regarding, not for this particular year, but last year confusion was there regarding the NCERT books. I'll discuss that as well. So basically NTA is going to provide you a syllabus, and in that syllabus you will have physics. Okay, in that syllabus you will have chemistry, and there will be biology. What will be there? There will be physics, there will be chemistry, there will be biology. What will be there? Physics, chemistry, and biology, right? So, and when it comes to the syllabus, it is the complete syllabus of class 11th and class 12th. But yeah, there can be few topics which are not there in your class 11th and 12th, but they can be the part of this NEET syllabus, and there can be some deleted topics as well. So what is better, that you should download the syllabus here, and I will share that in our Telegram group. Don't worry about that, right? I will share that in our Telegram group. Firstly, let me explain this part, then I will take your doubts as well. Don't worry about it. Okay, then what will I do? I will just take your doubts as well. You just pay attention here. So physics, chemistry, biology, as I said, right? So there is a syllabus. Now, when you talk about the physics, you will get 45 questions from physics, 45 questions from chemistry. And students, when we talk about the biology, so we have two parts here, right? We have botany, we have zoology. What do we have? Botany and zoology. 45 questions from botany, 45 questions from zoology. So in totality, we have 180 questions. How many questions do we have? We have 180 questions, and each question is of 4 marks. Each question is of 4 marks. So that is why 180 into 4, that will be 720 marks here. I hope this part is clear. So here you guys can see that majority of, right, or the 50% of the syllabus is of biology, right? So biology will give you, biology soul will give you 360 marks, and physics and chemistry together will also give you 360 marks. That's what you have to keep in your mind. Okay, students, right? This is about the marks. This is about the paper, that physics, chemistry, and biology will be there. Now, when you talk about the biology, we know what biology is. Study of living organisms. Logy means study. Bio means life. So basically, it is the study of living organisms. Am I right? Am I right? What is this biology? Biology is the study of living beings. What is it? It is the study of living beings. Now, I have used 2 words here. I just said botany and zoology. What I just said, students, botany and zoology. So botany is the branch of biology which deals with the study of plants, and zoology is the branch of biology that deals with the study of animals. Are you getting my point? One is the study of, right, one is the study of plants, another is the study of animals. And when you talk about this, right, so one is the study of plants, study of animals. So who's the father of botany? Do you know that? Who's the father of botany? Yes, Theophrastus. Theophrastus. And who's the father of zoology as well as of biology, right? As well as of biology. That's Aristotle. Right, that's Aristotle. Yes, sometimes in the NEET examination, they can ask questions like that. Okay, they can ask questions like that. Okay, so total 90 questions I just said, right? Total 90 questions I just said, right? And 50% of the syllabus is biology. Okay, 50% of the syllabus is biology. So as I said, I'll clear all your doubts. Please just pay attention here. Okay, just pay attention here. So this is what we have in biology. So this class is basically the basics of biology now. So that is why we are discussing these things first. So as I said, in the NEET examination, 90 questions are there from the biology, 45 from botany, 45 from zoology. So in totality, 90 questions. Each question is of 4 marks. That's why biology will give you 360 marks. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now students, syllabus, about the completion of syllabus, you know that you can subscribe to our channel, you can join our Nimbus batch, right, where your syllabus will be completed by the complete Avengers team, me, Wassim sir, HSP sir, Yava sir. We are going to teach you there. Okay, right, we'll discuss that as well. But firstly, let's focus here. Yes, you can note down these things because they are important. Okay, they are important. Now, I just said that each question, I'll discuss about the books as well, don't worry. So each question is of 4 marks. Each question is of 4 marks. Yes, people, each question is of 4 marks. So basically, if you have chemistry, 45 questions, 45 into 4, it will be 180 marks, right? Your physics, same, 45 into 4, 180 marks, right? And when it comes to biology, 90 questions are there, then it will be 360 marks. So that is why we have 720 marks here, right? 720 marks here. Right, students? So students, like from 2021, NDA changed the syllabus pattern from 2021 to 2024. Right, when you talk about the exam in physics, in chemistry, in botany and zoology, what they did, they divided the paper into sections. Section A, Section B. Okay, Section A, Section B. Section A, Section B. Section A, Section B. That's how they divided the paper pattern. So in the Section A, 35 questions were there. In the Section B, 15 questions were there. Out of that, 10. Right? We need to answer the 10 questions. So basically, choice was there. 5 questions. 5 extra questions were there. Right? 5 extra questions were there. So basically, you used to get the choice here. Now, from this particular year, so ultimately the paper is for, but the total, no doubt, right, the total number of questions were 200. Yes, the total number of questions, they were 200, but we need to attempt 180 only. So overall, the exam is for 720 marks only, but they changed the exam pattern. Why is it so? Because, you know, during that COVID time, what happened, like in some boards, they deleted some topics, right? So the topics, because they were, because students, they didn't study that topics in their board syllabus. So NTA was like, we cannot expect them to answer the same questions and the topics in the final NEET examination as well. So what they did, they were like, okay, fine, we'll give you the choice. Okay, so they gave them the choice here. But for this particular year, that is NEET. But for this particular year, that is NEET 2025, they are like that now. Everything is normal, everything is fine. There is a clarity for that syllabus as well. So now we'll start our regular pattern, right? So we will have the 45 questions in physics, 45 in chemistry, for 90 questions in biology. We are not going to give any option to the students. Okay, we are not going to give any option to the students. That's what they did. Okay, that's what they did. Are you getting my point? That's what they did. Okay, this is what we are going to do now from 2025. The students, they are not going to get any choice, right? They are not going to get any choice. 45 questions in physics, in chemistry and in biology as well. Now, ma'am, then why did you mention all these things? It's simple. Now, when you will start your NEET preparation journey, okay, you have to solve the previous year questions. You have to solve the previous year papers as well. So when you will see these section things now, you will get confused. So just to clarify this thing, that's why, just to clarify, I discuss that things here. Now, let's talk about the negative marking first. Then I'll discuss the cutoff. Right? Now, let's talk about what? Negative marking. Okay, let's talk about what? Let's talk about the negative marking. So here, students, in your NEET examination, there is a negative marking of 1/4 mark. Matlab, basically, what is going to happen? So your each question is of 4 marks. So let's suppose if you mark any incorrect answer, if you mark any answer incorrectly, so if you give any incorrect answer, -1 mark will be deducted. So basically there is a negative, right? So basically what is there? There is a negative marking of, yes, -1 now. So basically total each question is of 4 marks. So negative marking is basically 1/4 negative marking is there. 1/4, right? Yes, there are certain exams. I'm not talking about the NEET exam where the negative marking is half, that is 1/2. That is, let's suppose if the question is of 4 marks, then your 2 marks will be deducted if you will mark any answer incorrectly. But here it is 1/4. So -1 mark will be deducted. Now let me give you one example here. Okay, because when we start this journey, we don't understand what this negative marking is. Okay, we don't know what this negative marking is. Okay, bache, right? Now, is it going to be pre-COVID pattern? Yes, bache Arun, it will be the pre-COVID pattern now. Okay, it will be pre-COVID pattern now. Okay, chaliye, done. So let's start. Let's suppose, so I'll give you the example here. So let's suppose there is a test. In that test, 20 questions are there. How many questions are there? 20 questions are there. And each question is of 4 marks. Each question is of 4 marks. So what is the point that we have here? See, there is a test. 20 questions are there. Each question is of 4 marks. Each question is of 4 marks. So 20 into 4 will be, yes, your exam is for, your test is for 80 marks. Yes or no? Yes or no? Up to this part clear? Up to this part clear? Please tell me. Up to this part all clear? Yes. Yes, please. So let's suppose there is a test. In that test, 20 questions are there. Each question is of 4 marks. So of course that your test is for 80 marks. Okay. Now out of 20, let's suppose you know the answer of 18 question. Right. According to you, I know the answer of 18 questions and you answered 18 questions. So 18 into 4 is equals to, right, bache, 18 into 4 is equals to, yes, tell me quickly. 18 fours are, yes, 18 into 4 will be, let's say you know that out of 20 questions, I know the answer of 18 questions, right? So it means you will get 72 marks according to you, right? That you will get, according to you, that you'll get 72 marks. But if 2 questions, if they are incorrect, then what's going to happen? Let's suppose if they are incorrect, then your marks will be like you have marked 16 questions correctly. Yes, bache, Daswari, Bhanu, everybody here, tell me. It means that you have marked 16 questions correctly, right? Right. So 16 questions is equals to 16 into 4 will be 64. Means instead of 72 marks, you will just get 64 marks. You will just get 64 marks. Right. But basically here you marked 2 answers incorrectly. Right. 2 answers are incorrect. So there will be the negative marking of -2. Right. -2. So instead of 62, you will get 62 marks. That is the maths of this negative marking here. Okay, that is the maths of this negative marking. So imagine you were expecting 72 marks, but you marked 2 answers incorrectly, right? So correct number of questions is 16. So 16 into 4 will be your 64 minus 2. The final marks will be 62. So this is what we need to understand. So this is what we need to learn in this journey, that yes, we need to mark the answers, but the accuracy is very important. Otherwise, we will deduct our marks in negative marking. Okay, otherwise, we will deduct our marks in negative marking. So if you don't want that, this is what you need to understand. You need to master the concepts, right? You need to understand the topic. You need to practice the question. I hope this part is clear, right? I hope this part is clear. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Yes, please. Anybody having any doubt here? I hope this portion is clear to everybody. Okay. Now, there are certain terms that we are going to use. Like we talk about the cutoff, right? We talk about the cutoff. Actually, I have posted one video, okay, on Unacademy 9th and 10th channel regarding this NEET examination. So some students were asking there, what is the meaning of cutoff, right? So I think there are some students, they don't know what this cutoff thing is. Now, students, I'll tell you about this. So let's suppose you have your exam is for 720 marks, okay, right? These days students, they are scoring very good marks, right? These days sometimes students, they are getting full house as well, that is 720 marks. Sometimes they get 715. Now let's imagine that 715 marks, right? These are the marks of topper. Matlab, whosoever has topped this NEET examination, that student got 715 marks. So do we have anybody here in this chat box who's like, yes ma'am, I'm going to top this NEET 2027? Yes. Do we have anybody here in the chat section who's saying that yes ma'am, I am here and I'm sure that I'm going to top the NEET examination? Very good, Arun, very good. So for this examination, actually you need the confidence, you need the consistency, you need to follow a proper direction, and trust me, you can qualify it in your first go, but the condition here is this consistency. You have to justify your each day. That is the thing. Okay, I'll come to that. And don't worry, we are here to make this journey easy for you all, right? We are literally here to make this journey easy for you all. So just remember one thing, right? Till 31st of March, you can join our Plus platform just at ₹4499. You will have the access of my batches. And if you want the subscription for till NEET 2027, you can go for the 2 years plan. And I will be teaching you in Nimbus English batch, right, with my team. Okay. Chaliye, now let's come to this part. So 720 marks. So as I said, let's suppose the topper is having 715 marks. Okay, so basically in the exam we have the categories like general, OBC, general EWS, right, OBC non-creamy layer, SC, ST, and there are many other categories as well. Okay, so this cutoff means, let's suppose in the general category, right, the topper is getting 715 marks. The topper is getting 715 marks, and minimum qualifying marks, let's suppose they are 300. Okay, I'm just giving you one example there. Let's suppose minimum qualifying marks are 300. So it doesn't mean that if you are getting 300 marks, you will get admission. No, it depends upon the cutoff. Like let's suppose the topper is having 715 marks, and when it comes to MBBS, if I have to give you an approximate idea, so near about 1 lakh seats are there, right? I'm including the government seats and the private seats as well, which are there in like the other seats which are there in private medical college, but they'll be filled as per the government fees. So in totality, approximately it is around 1 lakh. By NEET 2027, yes, there will be a hike in the seats as well. Okay, right, more number of seats will be there. For the MBBS, I'm talking about. Now, I'm not talking about the BDS. I'm not talking about the, this BAMS, BHMS. I'm just talking about the MBBS seat. So, you can say that approximately it is around 1 lakh. Okay. Approximately it is around 1 lakh. Okay. So, 720 marks, as I said. 720 marks. Topper is getting 715 marks. So, let's say, and it is also state-wise. All India level cutoff is there, state-wise also. Let's suppose you belong to a particular state. Let's say, just I belong to Himachal Pradesh. So, in the Himachal Pradesh, right, topper is getting 715 marks, and for the general category, right, for the general category, cutoff is having 680 marks, right, basically. So, if you have the marks in the range 715 to 680 marks, you'll get the seat there in the general category, for the MBBS. Right, rest there will be different rounds. Okay, there will be different counseling rounds. Sometimes what happens that students, they do not go for the state wise cutoff, they go for the all India quota. Like let's suppose I belong to Himachal Pradesh, I am the topper, I am getting 715 marks, maybe I'll prefer AIIMS Delhi. Right, I don't want to join any college in Himachal Pradesh. I want to join AIIMS Delhi. I'll go for that. I want to go for AFMC, Armed Forces Medical Colleges. I'll go up there. Right, or let's suppose if I want to join any college in the southern part of the country, I can go there. Right, because I am the topper. It doesn't matter. Right, irrespective of my state, I want the best medical college. And as of now, you all know that it is the AIIMS Delhi. So I want to go for AIIMS Delhi. Okay, so accordingly state-wise, the different counseling rounds will be there. So there will be counseling for all India level, and there will be counseling for the state-wise as well. So in different states, this cutoff, this marks range is different. So if you ask me the very good score, so I will suggest you that you should target the marks in between 680 to 720. Okay, so you are just starting your NEET preparation, right? The very first thing is target for 720 marks, but let's suppose you are saying, "Nahi, madam, I am not interested in 720 marks. I don't want to be the topper, right? I just want good marks." So it should be above 680. That is my suggestion. Above 680. Okay, it should not be less than 680. So if you need to score 680 marks, and that too in your first attempt, you have to be consistent. Okay, you have to start your preparation from the day one only. Okay, from the day one only. So I hope this part is clear. Now, as I said, how to start? Like, do we need to do something else to start this NEET preparation, or the school is sufficient? See, in the school, right? I'm not saying in all the schools, but yeah, mostly in the schools, they just stick to the syllabus. They just want you people to prepare for the boards, for their final test. That's it. Right. So in the school, they will not, mostly they will not provide you that type of atmosphere where you'll be able to prepare for the competitive exams, because the proper curriculum is there. You have to follow that, and after that you will have the exam. So it's not like that syllabus is not common. Syllabus is common, but when it comes to the entrance examination, you need to put the extra efforts, right? You literally need to put the extra efforts for the entrance examination. So when it comes to how to start, right, so very first thing that you need to understand is you have to enroll yourself, right? You have to join a particular course. You really need to join the particular course. So irrespective of it, that okay, fine, I'm teaching on Unacademy platform, right? You guys can get my batches on there from there. But let's suppose, even if you are thinking, "No ma'am, I don't want," right? "I don't want the online batches, right? I want to go offline." It's totally up to you. But yeah, you have to join a particular course first, right? You have to be the part of a course where they are helping you to crack the NEET examination from the day one only. So even if you want to join offline, you know that we have the centers right throughout India, so you can enroll yourself there as well. There is no problem at all, right? But if you are interested, like let's say if you are like that, "I want to prepare then for the NEET examination, I don't want to go out, right? I'm okay with the self-study, and I'm okay with the online platform." So basically we will have the lectures, right? We will have the lectures, and of course we'll give you the homework, we'll give you the task. There are many, the MCQs which are available on Unacademy platform. Along with that, after every 15 days, even we are also going to take your test. So everything is there. So first thing is you have to join a particular course. So when you join a particular course, you need to understand few things, right? That like whosoever is teaching you, are they able to simplify your NCERT? If it is a yes, right, then of course they are your teachers. And the another thing is, so this is the first thing. Okay, so wherever you are joining it, right, so of course whatever they are teaching, it should be as per NCERT. Okay, and as I said, NTA has given us the syllabus. So of course, right, as per that syllabus, right, our teachers should teach us, right? Now, so as I said, you have to join a particular course first. Okay, you have to join a particular course first, and for that course, again I'm repeating, you have our Nimbus batch for 2027, where me, Wassim sir, HSP sir, and Yava sir is going to teach you. I'll teach you the complete biology, Yava sir complete physics, HSP sir and Wassim sir will be teaching you the complete chemistry as well. Okay, students, this is the first thing, right? And till 31st of March, this Plus platform is just for ₹4499, where you will have the access of not just our batch. Let's suppose you get enrolled in our batch, right? You want to study the chemistry from somebody else, so you can access their batches as well, right? That too free of cost. Plus, after 15 days, proper test will be there. But after the completion of the syllabus, there will be the proper test series for the complete class 11th revision. Okay, so because you are preparing for NEET 2027, so you should go for the 2 years plan. Okay, you should go for the 2 years plan, people, right? And that will include your Nimbus batch, Nexus batch, and you will have the access of all the crash courses as well. So this is the one thing that you all need to understand. Okay, this is the one thing that you all need to understand. Okay, done, students? So till 31st of March, this Plus platform, the complete platform where you will have the access of all the batches which are there on Unacademy platform, just at this price. Okay, and let's suppose you need the hard copies. You need what? You need the hard copies of the content, because if you join Plus, you will be able to get the soft copy, the PDFs, right? The PDFs of the content. But if you need the proper books, if you need the hard copies, then you can go for iconic subscription. Okay, iconic subscription. Okay, and these books will be delivered to you, right? You have to just add your address detail there and the books will be delivered to you. This is about the course. So as I said, you have to join a particular course, and if their teachers are capable of simplifying NCERT, then it is wonderful for all of you. And let me tell you, in this course, there will be the mentorship sessions as well. What will be there? Mentorship sessions, one-on-one. Every week, I'll connect with you all. I'll take your doubts, right? I'll clarify everything for you. You'll get my contact details. You'll be able to contact me if there is any trouble. So these are the kind of things that you will get when you enroll yourself with us, right? Right? So this is the first thing. Okay. So yes, you need to join a particular course first. Okay. Right, then I'll tell you the complete schedule as well, that what you have to follow, what you need to avoid. I'll discuss everything, but this is the first thing that you need to understand. Okay, done. Chali. So now books and timetable, I'll discuss everything here. So when it comes to the books, as I'm repeating this line again, that NTA has provided us a syllabus, right? And when it comes to the biology, it is the NCERT, right? NCERT for class 11th, NCERT for class 12th, that you need to master, right? It is your NCERT book. So if your teacher is capable of simplifying this NCERT for all of you, right? So of course, that is your teacher. And see, when it comes to the starting, okay, you have enrolled yourself. Remember one thing, that you should not switch your teacher so frequently. Take your time, right? Decide everything, right? You guys can watch our marathon sessions. You guys can watch our regular sessions. You'll get to know what kind of teachers we are. So if you feel connected, be the part of these batches, and trust me, you're not going to regret. Okay. And then when you have decided that they are my teachers, you have to trust them. We are here for you only, right? We will give our best so that you will get selected. So this is what you have to do. You have to decide your teachers, right? You have to decide your teachers that, okay, fine, these are my teachers. I am going to trust them. Whatever they are going to say, I am going to follow that. And then you have to start your NEET preparation. This is the first thing. Now, as I said, for the biology, it is the NCERT that you have to master. These days, students are thinking that when it comes to NCERT, we just need to open the books. There are certain lines there. We have to cram them, and that's it. We will be able to qualify. But that is not true, right? Everybody, right? All the NEET aspirants, they know one thing, that the paper will come from NCERT. All the NEET aspirants, my dear students, they know one thing, that the paper will come from NCERT, but not everybody is capable of getting 360 out of 360 marks. So it's not just the NCERT. Right, NCERT is important, but you need to understand that how to decode NCERT, right? If there is a single line written there, you should know the meaning of each and every line in depth, right? You should know that how can you connect that line with other chapter, other topic. So basically, you have to understand the complete biology, right? We cannot just say that I have completed this chapter, I have completed that chapter. No, we have to understand the complete biology. Are you getting my point? We have to understand the complete biology. Okay, so for biology, as I said, NCERT. Now, when it comes to chemistry, here you have, and complete biology will include your botany as well as zoology. Chemistry, inorganic chemistry, you have organic chemistry, and you have physical chemistry. What do you have? Physical chemistry. For inorganic chemistry also, without any doubt, NCERT will be more than sufficient. And there is a proper way to read the NCERT as well. You can check that type of video on our channel as well. Okay, you people can check that type of video on our channel as well. So for inorganic chemistry also, your NCERT. For organic and for physical, ultimately we cannot leave NCERT, my dear people. But here, firstly, you have to attend the classes, right? Then you'll be able to understand the NCERT. So classes, PYQ, or I would say numericals, some numericals you have to practice, and then you'll be able to understand it from the NCERT part. You cannot directly, like, you cannot be like, teacher is teaching, directly open up the NCERT. No, firstly you have to attend the classes, you have to make the notes, right? You have to solve certain questions, then read the things from the NCERT. So basically from organic and inorganic, right, again NCERT is sufficient, but for physical you might need to, you firstly need to follow your lectures, your teachers note, then the rest of the things. Okay, so I hope this part is clear to everybody, right? And now for the physics, right, for the physics also, classes, then class notes, then MCQ practice, then once again previous year question practice, and after all that you will pick the NCERT theory, that okay fine, am I able to understand the things or not, right? Here you cannot directly start with the NCERT. In biology you can directly start with the NCERT. Just for an example, the first chapter, and this is the first chapter that I will be teaching you from 1st of April, right? The living word in our Nimbus English batch. This is the first chapter that I will be teaching you. So when it comes to this biology, let's suppose this is our first chapter. You pick up the book, you read it from there. I'll simplify it, I'll tell you the important things, right? And then I'll tell you that how to read the NCERT, mark the NCERT, and then you have to revise it from the NCERT. But for the physics, the game is different, right? Firstly, you have to attend your teacher's lecture, you have to make the proper notes, you have to solve the questions as much as you can, and then later on, when you think that yes, I know each and everything from that particular chapter, I have mastered that particular chapter, then pick up the NCERT theory. Okay, but here the not just the theory is helpful, here the MCQ practice, these things are very important. So this part is clear. So when it comes to the books, okay, so when it comes to the books, so one book that we need to buy for all the subjects is NCERT, then a good question practice book, then what? A good question practice book, right? We have to go for the NCERT, and then we have to buy a good question practice book. So it can be MTG fingertips for physics, MTG fingertips for chemistry or biology, right? For biology there are Oswald publications as well. For physics there will be errorless physics, which you people can follow, right? One or two books are also there. We'll share that in a separate video. So question practice book, right? Question practice book. So NCERT question practice book. This book should have NCERT based questions, right? This book should have NCERT based question, and my recommendations, they are having this, and they should have previous year questions, previous year papers as well, and that too topic wise. Like let's suppose if you're starting the chapter cell, so it should be like this, the questions from prokaryotes, eukaryotes, from this organelle, that organelle. If they will be topic wise, then it will be beneficial for all of you. So up to this part all clear, guys? Please tell me, up to this part all clear? Are you sure? Up to this part, is everything is clear to you? Are you sure? If anybody is having any doubt, right? I know I'll start the basics of biology as well, right? I'll start the basics of biology as well. But before that, this information is much needed for all of you, right? And if you go for our iconic subscription, right? If you go for our iconic subscription, where you will get the hard copies, right? What extra you are going to get here? See, first thing is, okay, you will have the access of all the batches. You'll have the access of all the content that is available on Unacademy platform, right? Plus, you'll get the hard copies, you'll get the MCQ practice books, right? So then there is no need to buy these books, right? You can simply go for the iconic subscription, you will get everything. I'll have one book, let me show you this, right? Let me show you this, just allow me 1 minute, people. So I do have many books here. Okay, so we have the books for the test series also. So if you go for the iconic subscription, you're going to get that too. Okay, so let me show you this thing. Just suppose this is the book, right? This is the book for class 11th. Okay, and that is a very old edition these days, so you are getting colored books as well. So, right, so here in this book the content is there, right? You will get the MCQs as well. Okay, what will you get? You will get the MCQs as well. So the complete detail of chapter NCERT part is also covered here, and after that MCQ is also there in the book as well, right? So you will get it for all the subjects. Fine. So if you want these type of hard copies, then yes, you have to go for what? You have to go for the iconic subscription. Is that clear? Is that clear? Sure, just allow me 1 minute. Done? Okay, so that's what you need to understand for the books as well. Okay, that is what you need to understand for the books as well. Now, let's talk about the timetable and the other aspects that you have to take care while starting your this preparation. So, if I have to tell you the routine, in this routine, right, first thing, right, these are the words that you can write on a paper and then you can stick it on the walls. Consistency. This is something that you need to understand. For this particular exam, it doesn't matter that you are a class 10th topper or not. It doesn't matter that you are getting, it's not going to matter whether you're getting 90% marks in the class 10th boards, 95%, 100% or 50%, it doesn't matter, right? When you start the class 11th, right? When you start your preparation from class 11th, when you people start your preparation from class 11th, that is a completely different journey. It's just like a transition, okay? And this transition, many students, they are not able to fight with these kind of changes, because when you move to class 11th, right, you have to be consistent, right? You have to follow something known as self-discipline. Your parents, your teachers are not going to tell you that this is your homework, do it. Right, I will tell you, but that is not something mandatory. Okay, I'll teach you something. It's your responsibility to revise that chapter, right? It's your responsibility to solve the questions of that chapter. It's your responsibility to be consistent in the classes, not in the classes, right? Even let's suppose today you don't have any class. You should be sincere enough to revise whatever you have completed so far. So if you will not have that thing, the self-discipline, you will never be able to, right, get good marks. Trust me on that. So for this particular, right, exam, the consistency, self-discipline, self-study, it is very, very, very important. So if you will ask me, I believe in some 3 Ds. And for me, that 3 Ds are what? For me, that 3 Ds are what? For me, that 3 Ds are, first of all, the determination. That yes, right, first of all, you have to make a decision. You have to be determined. Okay, fine, I'm going to do that, right? You have to follow, right? You have to follow a particular direction for that, and for that you need to be disciplined. So first of all, there should be a determination. You have to be disciplined and you have to be dedicated enough for a particular direction. Right? So this direction, dedication, determination, discipline, these are the words that you need to inculcate, right? Then only you will be able to qualify this exam. Trust me, the syllabus is vast here, but this exam is not difficult. Trust me, the success rate is less here because number of aspirants are too much, but when it comes to the MBBS seats, they are quite less, but still you just need that one seat, right? You do not focus that 25 lakh aspirants here, 22 lakh, 23 lakh aspirants are giving the NEET examination. You just focus that there are 1 lakh MBBS seats and I just need that one seat, right? And I don't think that instead of focusing on the number of aspirants, if you people will focus on one thing, that out of 1 lakh MBBS seats, I just need one. I just need one. If you will have that mindset now, that okay, fine, I don't care whether 25 lakh aspirants, they give the NEET examination, 30 lakh, 40 lakh or 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. I just need one MBBS seat, one seat in medical college, and that I will get it. And if you have that thing, right, then trust me, you'll be able to qualify in your first attempt. So consistency, self-discipline, self-study, this is what you need to learn. Okay, now when it comes to your routine, let's suppose if you join us, you will have classes, right? You'll have classes for around maximum 6 hours a day. Okay, maximum 6 hours a day, right? For botany, zoology, okay, for botany, zoology, for physics, chemistry, 6 hours a day, right? What will be there, right? 6 hours a day. Okay, so let's suppose if the classes are for 6 hours, for rest of the day, what can you do? What can you do? You have to give time for the self-study, right? So if from the starting, let's suppose you're not going to the school, okay, you are clear that I want to qualify the NEET examination in my first attempt, I'll take the admission in a dummy school, right, where I have to visit once or twice a week, and then I'll stay at home, I'll just focus on my studies, I'll focus on my classes, and then I'll master it. And even let's suppose even if you're going to school, then of course you will have less time comparatively for the self-study. So this is the something that you have to manage. Okay, this is something that you have to manage. So let's suppose 6 hours a day classes are there, you're not going to the school, you will have 5 hours for the self-study only, right, bache? So 6 plus 5, it's still 11. We have 24 hours, right? Because you have started your preparation, and as I said, it is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Okay, so for that consistency part, right, your diet, your routine, it should be good. Your sleep cycle, it should be good, right? So you can sleep for 7 hours to 8 hours, it depends. Okay, it depends. So minimum 6 hours, baki 6 hours to 8 hours, that should be in your sleep schedule. You have to be disciplined. It's not like that whenever my exam will come, then I'll sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours or 4 hours and I'll manage. No, from the starting itself, make a routine. Okay, so less than, minimum is 6 hours, maximum is 8 hours. It should not be, right, more than 8 hours. Let me tell you, it should not be more than 8 hours. So it will be total 18 hours, but still you have time. Right, let's suppose plus 2 hours are for, miscellaneous activity, bathing and all the things I'll include here, 20 hours. Even in that 20 hours, let's suppose, right, 5 plus 6, just 11 hours. Let's suppose you are again giving yourself, right, these are just 20 hours. So still you have 4 hours left, right, in which you can give yourself break, in which you can play, right, in which you can make notes, in which you can solve questions. So you have sufficient time, but do not forget. So if you're not going to the school, minimum other than classes, minimum 5 hours should be for the self-study. And when it comes to the self-study, right, the revision is required here. The MCQ practice from the day one is required. The MCQ practice from the day one is required. This is for the routine. Now you know about the books, you know about the routines, and that's how you have to take care of everything. Now let's discuss about the basics. Okay? So you all will be like, yaar madam, you took that much time to explain us what NEET exam is. But trust me, that is also important, and that is my job. I just don't want to be a teacher who's completing the syllabus. I am your mentor. So when I'm your mentor, I have to guide you for I need to tell you everything, right? I have to tell you, I have to suggest you everything here. Okay. Now let's talk about the basics. See, first of all, when you talk about your class 11 syllabus, you have diversity, first unit. Then beta, you have unit cell, you have unit, like I'm not telling you in a particular sequence. Chalo, I'll tell you. You have structural organization in plants and animals. I'll share the PDF, okay? I'll share the PDF, the official syllabus PDF in our Telegram group. Okay, in our Telegram group, I will share the official syllabus PDF. Okay, then cell unit, then you have plant physiology, then you have human physiology. That is what we have. All the units are very important. And when you talk about the class 11, from class 11 syllabus, we expect 60% of the paper. So class 11th is your foundation. Class 11th is something very important, right? In class 11, if you will stay focused, if you justify your each day here, na, trust me, you'll be able to qualify, because this is the time, right? If in class 11th you'll learn how to deal with the pressure, then everything is easy for you. Trust me when I'm saying this, literally, then everything will be easy for you. Okay, chale. So I believe this part is clear. So diversity, beta, here in this unit, yeah, There are few things that you have to understand, but here mainly there are things which you have to remember. Examples, right? Here we have living world, biological classification, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, 4 chapters. So all these units are important. All these units are important, but out of all that, these 3 units are the most important units. Do you know that? These 3 units are what? They are the most important units. What are they, people? What are they, people? They are the most important units which you cannot skip at all. So if I talk about the plant physiology and human physiology, right, from both of them you guys can get, total 9 chapters are there, 25 plus questions minimum you people can get from there. 25 plus questions minimum. 25 plus questions you can get from these 2 units only. And here in this unit, 3 chapters are there, 10 questions from that unit minimum you people can get. So they are very, very, very important unit. They are very, very, very important unit. This unit is also good, but these 3 are the very, very, very important units. Okay, so as I said, I will be starting with the first unit and I'll be teaching you the living world, right, in my Nimbus batch, which is starting from 1st of April, right, which will be starting from 1st of April. I'll be teaching you the living word first, and from this first chapter, right, you will get 4 marks in your paper minimum. 4 marks. It can be 8 marks, but mostly it is for the 4 marks only. Okay, now when it comes to the basics, right, whenever you talk about the biology, right, whenever you talk about the biology, the very first thing we need to understand is the cell. Okay, the very first thing we need to understand is the cell. So when we say cell, what's that? It is the basic unit of life, right? Even in class 9th or 10th, we have studied that. What is this cell? It is the basic unit of life. It is the basic unit of life, right? Below the level of cell, there is no independent existence. There will be no independent existence. What is the meaning of that? Like, let's suppose this is a cell, right? It is having the nucleus. It is having the organelle, right? So what do you think? These organelle, can they survive alone? No, they cannot. They cannot. It is the cell. It is the cell which is having everything essential for life. Right? So when we are saying this, what we need to focus? We need to focus on the word protoplasm. We need to focus on the word protoplasm. Where do we need to focus, people? We need to focus on the word protoplasm. So what is this protoplasm? Protoplasm will include genetic material. That is your DNA, right? Mainly that is your DNA, which is having all the information. Plus there is cytoplasm. Plus there is what? There is cytoplasm. So cytoplasm plus genetic material, that's what we have, right? Cytoplasm plus genetic material, that is what we have. Yes or no? Yes. 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 So the word is cell. What is the word? The word is cell. So it is the, as I said, basic unit of life. Below the level of cell, there is no independent existence. Means these organelles, they cannot survive alone, right? What is the meaning here? The meaning here is very simple, that these organelles, they cannot survive alone. They cannot live alone. Why is it so, people? Why they can't live alone? Because this is something that we need, protoplasm. This protoplasm is what? It is known as the physical basis of life. What do we call it, people? We call it as physical basis of life. What do we call it? We call it as physical basis of life. So we have the genetic material here. We have the cytoplasm here. We have the genetic material here. We have the cytoplasm here. So genetic material and cytoplasm. So genetic material is having all the information. Cytoplasm is the arena where the cellular activities, all the reactions will occur. And collectively, something will be able to survive. That's why I'm saying that even if you are talking about any of the organelle, right, that organelle cannot live alone. Okay. If you talk about any of the organelle, that organelle cannot live alone. Are you getting my point here? Yes, are you getting my point here? So it's the basic unit of life. Below the level of cell, there is no independent existence of life. So protoplasm is actually the physical basis of life. That will include genetic material or the cytoplasm. So you talk about any of the living being. Okay, you talk about any of the living being, right? You know that we have unicellular organisms. You know that we have multicellular organisms as well. What do we have, people? We have unicellular organisms and we also have multicellular organisms. That's what we have. Okay, that is what we have. So when I'm saying it's unicellular organism, single celled organism, let's take the example of amoeba. Let's take even the example of a very primitive cell, right? Prokaryotic cell, your bacteria. So they are capable of living alone, right? Right. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes. So they are capable of living alone. They can do all the possible activities. So even this single celled organisms, they are living, and basic structure is the cell here. And if it is a multicellular organism, right, means many cells are there. And here we know that there are different levels as well. This is for an example. See, so many cells together, right? Multicellular means they have many cells. Multicellular means they have many cells. Now, here I'll tell you one thing. See, cell. A single cell, when there is a group of cells, when there is what? Okay, I told you about the single cell. I told you that is capable of living. That's why we have unicellular organism. Then we are discussing about the multicellular organism. We are discussing about what? We are discussing about the multicellular organism. So when I'm talking about the multicellular organism, so overall, you'll see cells together, they will form tissue. Cells together, they will form tissue. So what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells having common origin. This point is very important, that their origin has to be same or common. Group of cell having common origin, similar structure and function. Similar structure or function. So structure and function can be dissimilar, my dear people. It can be dissimilar, but origin has to be same. But origin has to be same. Are you getting my point? So what is the point that we have here? Right? That group of cells having common origin, having similar structure and function. But for structure and function can be dissimilar. Structure and functional can be dissimilar, but the origin has to be same. Now these tissues together, they'll form organ. Organ together will form organ system, and that organ system together will form organism. That's what you need to understand. Okay, so I am writing this part for you people again, right? That cell together will form tissue, together will form organ, together will form organ system, and then there will be an organism. So in an organism, if it is an organism having many organ system, still the cell has to be there, because it is the cell that will together will form tissue. It is a tissue that will together will form organ, then organ system and organism. So that is why, my dear people, we say that it is the basic structural, right? Because it is making the structure, basic structural and functional unit of life. Basic structural and functional unit of life. Are we clear here? Yes. Do you have any doubt? Yes, right? So this is about the cell. So even when you talk about the tissue, when we will read the tissue in structural organization, so basically it is for the complete class. Basically it is the basics of complete class. 11th biology. So that's why I'm covering everything here. So when you talk about the tissue now in the chapter structural organization in animal, we will be discussing epidermal tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue. After epidermal, it should be connective, then muscular, then nervous. Tick. So these are the tissues that we have. Okay. So overall, when you talk about the tissue, let's suppose even if it is a connective tissue or the muscular tissue, muscles, we know their role, right? So when you will look at the tissue, right, how the tissue is able to perform that function, it is the interaction there. All the cells. Are you getting my point? All the cells there, right? They are working together. They are interacting. Then that tissue is able to do its job, right? Then that tissue is able to do its work. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? So that is how the things are. So whenever you talk about the tissue, right, if you will take out the individual cell from that tissue, that will not perform the same function like tissue, right? That is doing its job. So all the cells present there, they'll interact, right? They'll interact. The interaction is there. Then the tissue is able to do certain job. So that is the thing. That is the thing, right? That is the thing. Now, when it comes to the cell, we have two things here. We have prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. We have prokaryotic cell and we have eukaryotic cell. Are you getting my point? Prokaryotic cell as well as eukaryotic cell, right? So P for primitive, P for primitive. The carry-on word here is equals to nucleus, right? So when we talk about the prokaryotic cell, as I said, it is the primitive cell. It is the primitive cell. The nucleus is primitive. So basically, what type of cell is prokaryotic cell? Where there is no well-defined nucleus, the genetic material is directly there in cytoplasm. Am I clear? The genetic material is directly there in cytoplasm. Am I clear? The genetic material is directly there in cytoplasm. That is the prokaryotic cell, primitive cell. Now, when it is the eukaryotic cell, U means true. Carry on again means nucleus here. Carry on again means nucleus here. Right? So I'm repeating this part again. Right? I'm repeating this part again. So we have U. U means true. Carry on means nucleus. We have the word U. U means true. Carry on means nucleus. So it is a cell having true nucleus. Right? So here, the genetic material is not directly there in the cytoplasm. It will be there in the nucleus. So your plant cell, your animal cell, your fungal cell, right? They all are what? They all are eukaryotic cell. Okay. And other than that, there is kingdom Protista, which we will also discuss. That will also have unicellular eukaryotes. Unicellular eukaryotes. That will contain what? That will also contain unicellular eukaryote. Is that clear? Is that clear? Are you sure? Are you sure? So, that is how a prokaryotic cell will be. Let's suppose. So, 1 minute. So, whenever you talk about the prokaryotic cell, as I said, this is the primitive cell. Firstly, I'll discuss that. So, remember, right, in biological classification chapter we will discuss. So prokaryotic cells are there in only one kingdom, that is kingdom Monera. It is the kingdom where bacteria is the sole member, my dear people, where bacteria is the sole member. So whenever you are talking about the prokaryotes, you are talking about the bacteria. And where will you get it? Where will you get it? In which kingdom? Please do let me know in the chat section. Please do let me know in the chat section that is kingdom Monera. Which kingdom is there, people? That is kingdom Monera. Which kingdom is there, people? That is kingdom Monera. Is that clear? Is that clear? Are you sure? Are you sure? Any doubt? Done? Okay, so kingdom moner. Now when we look at the structure of the prokaryotic cell, so as I said, the genetic material is directly there in the cytoplasm. So beta, we call it as nucleoid. What do we call it? We call it as nucleoid. Okay, nucleoid. Right? So this is basically devoid, means without histone proteins. It is devoid of histone proteins. It is without histone proteins. Right? It is circular DNA, circular double-stranded DNA. So it is devoid of histone proteins. It is having circular double-stranded DNA, and this nucleoid, it is also known as genophore, and we also use the term prochromosome here, right, students? And along with that, okay, so we call it as genophore. Prochromosome, it is devoid of histone proteins. It is a circular double-stranded DNA. We also call it as naked DNA because it is not there in any cytoplasm. It is not there in any cytoplasm, nucleoid. So, in the prokaryotic cell, if I talk about any of the organelle, do I have any? Do I have any? Yes. I just have one organelle, that is ribosome, and that is 70S ribosome. Right? And when you talk about this organelle, that is ribosome, remember, it's a non-membrane bound organelle. What type of organelle it is? It's a non-membrane bound organelle. It is not covered with any organelle. It is not covered with any organelle. It is not covered with any, not organelle. It is not covered with any membrane, non-membrane bound. So non-membrane bound organelle. Matlab, it is not covered with any membrane. That's what I'm trying to say. Ribosome. So what is the function of ribosome? It's the protein factory. It makes the protein for this particular cell. What type of ribosome do we have in prokaryotes? 70S. Right? So about this S, जैसे this S is a Swedberg constant. Right, बच्चे? Swedberg unit. It is basically the Swedberg unit or Swedberg constant. Okay, so it is the sedimentation coefficient. So all that things you will discuss once we'll start the detailed discussion. Okay, once we'll start the detailed discussion of everything. Other than that, here, right, in the ribosome, right, do we need any, do you have any other organelle? No. In the prokaryotes, do we have any other organelle? No. In the prokaryotes, one more thing that we discuss is plasmid. That is also important. In class 12th, in biotech, we discuss about it in detail, that what exactly this plasmid is. So what is the next word that I have used here? I have used the word beta, plasmid. I have used the word plasmid. What is the word that I have used? Plasmid. What is it? It is the extra chromosomal DNA. It is the extra chromosomal DNA, right? Can replicate by its own. Matlab, it can multiply or divide by its own. It is not dependent on this. Right? Now here we don't have other organelle like mitochondria or something. So you will see that here in the prokaryotic cell, right, the plasma membrane will also form some extension, mesosome, some infolding. So these are also the important words that we need to understand here, that mesosome is present in prokaryotic cell. It's a plasma membrane extension. Matlab, ultimately plasma membrane will form it, right? It is having different shapes, right? So it is the plasma membrane extension, right? So it is actually the finger-like infolding. What's that, people? It is actually the finger-like infolding. Are you getting my point? What is it? It is the finger-like. What is it? It is the finger-like infolding. Am I clear here? Right? What is it? It is the finger-like infolding. So, of course, it will increase the surface area. It helps in the DNA replication, cell division and all. And here you will see the respiratory enzymes are also there. What will be there? The respiratory enzymes are also there. Right? Respiratory enzymes are also there. Am I clear? Am I clear? Respiratory enzymes are also there. Is that clear? Yes. Is that clear? right? So you will see some storage granules like inclusion bodies as well, some storage granule, inclusion bodies as well, right? So basically they are the glycogen granules. They'll store the, right? What will they do? What will they do? Yes, please. What will they do? Right? They will basically store. What will they do, people? They will basically store the food. Glycogen granules and all are there. That's what we discuss, right? Sometimes gas vacuoles are also there. Some photosynthetic bacteria are also having the some chromatophores, right? So this is the thing. And overall in bacterial cell, right, this plasma membrane is there, then they have the cell coat, and then they have glycocalyx. So it is about their outer coverings. It is about their outer coverings. Know about these terms, right? Take it as your homework that I'll read about it, and in my lectures I will make it very easy for you. So cell membrane is there, then as I said, cell wall is there, then outermost is glycocalyx, which is also known as cell coat. Cell coat. Okay? So that's what we have to discuss. That's what we have to discuss. So we also see that bacteria, if it is motile, it will be having flagella. We also see that they will have some other, bristle-like structures, fimbriae. We also see that sometimes they have the tube, which will help them in conjugation. So these are the basics of the prokaryotic cell. But yes, here I have just given you the overview, right? That this is the words like this mesosome, inclusion body, fimbriae. These terms are new for all of you, isn't it? Isn't it? These terms are new for all of you, right? That fimbriae is something, right? The pili is something. This flagella, though you know this, it's a very simple type of flagella, right? So cell membrane, cell wall, and even we talk about the glycocalyx. So this prokaryotic cell, this bacteria, right? So in which kingdom do we have this? This kingdom part we study in the class 9th now. In class 11th also we have to study this part, but we will make it very easy. So it is the kingdom Monera. So in which kingdom do we have the bacterial cell, people? Tell me quickly in the chat section. In which kingdom do we have the bacterial cell? In which kingdom do we have the bacterial cell? In which kingdom, yes people, do we have the bacterial cell? In which kingdom do we have the bacterial cell? Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera. Now, next is eukaryotic cell. Next is eukaryotic cell. As I said, true nucleus. So, right, if in terms of kingdom I have to tell you, because this is something that you study in class 9 and this is something that you have to study here, right? That you have to study here in class 11 syllabus as well, in the unit diversity of the living world. Yeah, diversity in the living world, your living form. Okay, so basically students, when it comes to the kingdom, why am like some students must be thinking why you are mixing cell and kingdom part, because I'm giving you the overview that this is the basic structure, cell, right? Basic structure, cell. Basic structural and functional unit of life is cell. What is it? It is cell. So when we talk about the cell, unicellular organism, multicellular organisms are there. Unicellular organisms are also capable of surviving, right? Unicellular organisms are also capable of surviving. This is what I am telling you. Other than that, I'm telling you that multicellular organisms are also there. What do we have, beta? We have the multicellular organisms as well. What do we have? We have the multicellular organisms as well. And when we talk about, right, when we talk about the multicellular organisms, we will slowly discuss that sometimes they are just multicellular organisms having cellular level of organization. Sometimes we see that they are having the tissue as well. Tissue level of organization is there. Sometimes we see that they tissues together will form organ system of organization, organ level of organization, then organ system level of organization is there. So that organ systems collectively, what will they do, right? That organ systems collectively, what will they do? They are going to make, yes people, they are going to make a complete living body, right? They are going to make the complete living body. Is that clear? Is that clear? So that's what you need to keep in your mind. So when you talk about the eukaryotic cell, yes. So yes, I told you about R.H. Whitaker. In class 9th also we read about it. So he has given us the 5 kingdom classification system. Right. He has given us the 5 kingdom classification system. 5 kingdom classification system. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? 5 kingdom classification system. So when it comes to the 5 kingdom, the kingdom Monera we study here. We study the kingdom Protista here, right? So kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, then kingdom Fungi, where you study the fungus, then kingdom Plantae is there, where you talk about the plants, and then comes the kingdom Animalia. Then comes the kingdom Animalia. So it is the kingdom Monera, where we will just study the prokaryotes, right? Where we will just study the bacteria, right, students? And when you talk about these 4 kingdoms, here in these 4 kingdoms, you will just talk about the eukaryotic cell having the true nucleus. Am I clear? And when it is the protista, that will include unicellular eukaryotes, right? Right? Like you will talk about the diatoms there. You will talk about the dinoflagellates there, right? You'll talk about the euglena there, amoeba there, right? Paramecium there. I'm just quoting the examples there. So you have read these type of words in class 9th, right? You know this in class, right? We have studied that in class 9th. So that's why I'm teaching you this part here. Okay, that is why I'm teaching you this part here, that yes, this is something that you need to know before starting your class 11 syllabus. Okay, so baki in fungi and plantae also, some exceptions are there where you will see unicellular organisms. Okay, now as I said in eukaryotic cell, see, in prokaryotic cell, the membranes were there. The covering was there, but on the outer side, right? Of course, they are meant for the protection. Indeed, they are meant for what? They are meant for the protection. Indeed, right? Indeed, they are meant for the protection. So these are the outer coverings that we have. These are the outer coverings that we have, right? Inside it, we don't have anything which is membrane bound. Okay, within the prokaryotic cell, we don't have anything which is membrane bound. We don't have anything which is covered with the membrane. The only organelle that is present in the prokaryotic cell is the ribosome. The only organelle that is present in the prokaryotic cell is also the ribosome. What was that? What was that? What was that, people? That was ribosome. So here also, right, that ribosome is also non-membrane bound. So in the case of eukaryotes, it's not like that. Right, जैसे you will see the cells, जैसे for an example, we will talk about the plant cell, animal cell here, right, particularly. So if I talk about the animal cell, if I talk about the animal cell here, that will just have plasma membrane. It doesn't have any cell wall. It will have plasma membrane, which is also known as plasma lemma. Which is also known as plasma lemma. What is it? Plasma lemma or cell membrane. Here you will see the nucleus will be there. Other than that, you'll see the other organelles. Just for an example, mitochondria, also known as powerhouse of cell. We will also see lysosomes there, right? We will also see ribosomes there. Right, people? We will also see Golgi apparatus there, right? We will also see Golgi apparatus there. We'll see this nucleus is in continuous with some other membrane bound structure. We'll call it as endoplasmic reticulum, to be more precise, rough endoplasmic reticulum. We also talk about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum there, right? Yes. Right, because it is the animal cell, we'll also discuss something known as centriole. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? So these are the organelles that we are going to study, right? These are the organelles that we are going to study. Like you will talk about Golgi apparatus, right? You will talk about endoplasmic reticulum. The lysosome is there, right? In animal cell, the vacuoles, they'll be very, very, very small, right? The mitochondria is there, right? Right. So this is what we have. This is what we have. And some students were asking this. Yes, true, that here within the cell, we will also talk about certain cytoskeletal elements, right? Certain cytoskeletal elements, right? That's true. We need to discuss that. We need to discuss that. And on the other hand, when I talk about a plant cell, in the plant cell, students, we will be discussing about the cell wall. Even in the fungal cell also, we have to discuss about the cell wall. It is not just the plasma membrane. It is not just the cell membrane. The cell wall is also there. Plus, you will see a very large vacuole. Very large vacuole. Right, that vacuole is very important for the elongation of this plasma cell, and that will make the nucleus eccentric. So here also you will see mitochondria, but we also discuss about something known as plastids, right? Here for the Golgi apparatus is there, but for that we also use the term dictyosomes. Dictyosomes. Are you getting my point? We also discuss the word dictyosomes. Lysosomes are not there or very less there. That is also something we have to discuss. Ribosomes are also there. So when it comes to the ribosome, in the cytoplasm, ATS it will be. Okay. In the cytoplasm, it is going to be ATS. Baki in mitochondria and plastids, in chloroplast, we have the 70S ribosomes, but that is what we need. So here you talk about the cell wall. So these are the kind of differences also that we need to understand. So overall from the cell, if I have to quickly revise you, right? So we have the double membrane bound organelle as well. Right, what do we have? Double membrane bound organelle. So that double membrane bound organelle, what are they? Nucleus, mitochondria, your chloroplast. Now, these are the points that you have to revise quickly. So now, non-membrane bound organelles. Do we have non-membrane bound organelles? Yes, the ribosome, it's a non-membrane bound organelle. The centriole, it's a non-membrane bound organelle. Rest will be single membrane bound organelles. Are you getting my point? Rest will be single membrane bound organelle. So yes, you have the ribosome, you have the centriole, non-membrane bound. Now, centriole, right? They are absent in most of the plant cells. Plant cells are not having this, right? Plant cells are not having this centriole, right? In the plant cell, you know that the large vacuole is there, which will make the nucleus eccentric. Yes, these are the terms that you need to know. And when you talk about the cell, we will also discuss cytoskeletal elements. We also need to talk about the cytoskeletal elements, right? Where you will be talking about microtubules. We will see their role as well. You will be talking about microfilaments, also known as actin filaments, and you'll be talking about intermediate filaments. So that's what we need to understand. Okay, so this is just a general view that yes, we have the cell walls here, right? The plants are having this, animals are having this, right? So that is what we have discussed. So in detail in our regular classes, we'll be talking about it. Baki prokaryotic cell wall, beta, that will have NAM, NAG, means N-acetyl uramic acid, N-acetyl glucosamine, and some short peptides. So basically in the bacteria, we say that cell wall, right? We say that the cell wall is having peptidoglycans, which are also known as murines, peptidoglycans and murines, Now, in the plant cell wall, because the composition is also different, na? You will have cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, and of course some proteins. Done? Yes? That's what we have in the plant cell wall. So, after that, fungal cell wall. So, fungal cell wall will have what? It will have chitin, which is also known as fungal cellulose. So, see, the composition is different. So, yeah, these are the kind of points which we need to understand, okay? Which we need to understand. Is that clear? Sure. Okay, Baki. This is about the basic unit cell. We'll start the living word. We'll talk about the taxonomy. We'll discuss the taxonomical categories also. Okay, so these are the kind of things that we will start in our first lecture, that will start from 1st of April. So here I'll give you one trick, that is keep pot clean or family gets sick. Keep pot clean or family gets sick. So this K stands for kingdom, this P stands for phylum, this C stands for class, this O stands for order, this F stands for family, this G stands for genus, and this S stands for species. So with the help of tricks also, we are going to complete our syllabus. So what is the trick that I just told you? It is that keep pot clean or family gets sick, right? So we'll have more such classes, right? So as I said, from 1st of April, we'll be starting our batch. So do not forget to join in our Nimbus English batch. I told you the difference in plus and the iconic subscription as well. Okay, so if you're new to our channel, do hit the subscribe button, and this is the link for the plus courses. Okay, so if you join the plus platform, you will have the access of all the batches that are running across the Unacademy platform in NEET UG category. Okay, in NEET UG category, not just that, along the test series and everything will be there. Okay, right, not just that, test series, the content, everything you people are going to get. Fine. So we'll take, and NEET 2025 aspirants, the NEET NCERT Crux test series is also there for all of you. And for the NEET 2025 aspirants, there is an important announcement, people. And that important announcement is of this session that will be today at 8 p.m. right, where we are going to complete our syllabus in 15 mega marathons. So beta, we are here for you, right? The way we are teaching the NEET 2025 aspirants, the same way or with more energy, we are going to guide NEET 2026 as well as 2027 aspirants. And we are teaching you people, right, we are teaching you guys with the same energy, with the same enthusiasm on our Unacademy Plus platform as well, where you will see the best educators, okay, and you will have the access of all their batches. Fine, beta. So do join our batch. Do not forget to like that. Do not forget to be the part of that. If you're a NEET 2025 aspirant, do not forget or do not miss this particular session. Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the session. So if there is any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much, people. Take care.